How about nga na kung nakita kung naong ma'am? Okay. Di ma'am naggamit pud ko og kuan, screen recording sa phone. Depende po sa cellphone ma'am. Yes ma'am. Kay naa may uban nga phone nga screen recording, walay naong makita sa cellphone. Di ma'am ko ano, second hand mo siguro mas mga second hand. Oh, so very danos na lang ma'am kay naami sa little condo ng ubay ma'am ang amo ang atbang sa balay kay kalsada jud diretso. Kanya nami sa gawas kay mas kusog-kusog ang signal just last night. Okay. So good day everyone, especially to our professor Dr. Deliarita Ocasondo, to my co-masterants. Good morning everyone. Hope nga nakapamahaw na tayong tanan, no? So let me introduce myself. I am Ina Pernas of Tapon, Ubay, Bohol, and currently connected at Pedro Obernales National High School, Ubay 1 District. 4 years in the service now, but now, luckily, I am enjoying my motherhood on leave, charot. So, di sa ako magpa-busy sa students, but busy sa ako ang baby. Magpa-dede, bitaw. Taas-taas akong intro kay last time absent ko kay mo lagi ito ma'am nagpabunyag. I'll have my in-office sa last part bitaw. So, I will be your reporter for today's topic. Without further ado, let's start. O, mo na siya. Okay. So, what can we associate in this picture? No, it is a sari-sari store. So, we all know that this is very common and known in here in the Philippines, no? So, mo pud ni madali-dali na to nga business as well as mo sa ni madali-dali og ka sira sira store ko no. Natag kanina. Oh. And so we will talk about the proper mindset and values when we engage ourselves in business. Charot, mga business-minded dyan, kaway-kaway, dili green-minded ha? So my topic would be all about Filipino value system in business. So literally in business. Because last time we've already discussed about the Filipino ethics and characteristics by Ma'am Akyat, Judian. But those were in general sa usa jud ka Pinoy. This time, let us talk about Filipino value system again in business. Magnegosyo tayo. So as you can see sa picture no mo jud na kasagaran na sa sari-sari store. Of course, na tindera na ay daghan nga mga placards diha o kuwang pagani diha ang sa may kuwang ka diha. Walay utang ugma na or many memes about sa tindahan, di ba? Naidaghang makita diha ng mga dilata. Okay, so before we start sa ato ang formal topic, I mean, let me present to you our objectives for today. First is to enumerate the Filipino value system that influence business practices. So atong usa-usahon, unsa ni nga mga values, specifically Pinoy or Filipino values that influence our business practices. Next is explain the values to be integrated and values that should be avoided in Filipino system business practices. So as we go along, we will hope to explain, I hope nga maka-explain ko ug atong masabtan ang kinaiya that should and should not be practiced or to be practiced in business sa sa Filipino. And lastly, value positive changes in Filipino system in business. So we also aimed nga atong ma-value, ma-appreciate ug matagaan og kabug-aton as to how we will improve positively ang value system in business sa Philippines. Especially nowadays, daghan na kaayo ta og makita through online no, maka-influence kung saon di ay ang pamaagi para ma-develop ug ma-improve ang ato ang business system here in the Philippines. So, Filipino value system is defined by the way of people live their family as an influence of one's culture. It refers to the set of values or the value system that a majority of the Filipino has the historical held in their lives. So it also includes their own unique collection of consistent ideologies, moral codes, ethical practices, etiquette or the proper etiquette, and cultural and personal values that are encouraged by their society. So in connection with Filipino value system in business, most of the successful entrepreneurs or mga businessmen, businesswomen acquired and gained this knowledge in dealing with their business from their family. So, mag-start man jud sa family. Like if ang family or parents kay business-minded, mostly the children or siblings are also into business. Agdi ba mo ana? Maybe ako, some parts of myself kay agree ko. Based, based on experience, naglalis ng mga manok diri. Based on experience, because sometimes we have a convo with my mother, nganong dili siya ganahan magnegosyo. Iyang tubag kay way puhunan, way space. So it was like, mga nung parihata huna. But other families, bisan pag magsuri-suroy, basta lang makahalin, no, they survive their small business. But disclaimer lang ha, dili tanan, not all. Kay naaman say dili business minded ang parents or dili into business ang parents, pero ikaw nga anak kay hiro ka mo dala in terms of business. But again, mostly lang siguro kay if ikaw bata ka, tend to witness your parents nga into business na, you are also aware nga naon ra di ay pagdala ang business or the process itself. So they become well trained to manage their family business. Like what we see in the movie, right? Nga makita nato nga if ang parents kay na ay mga company, CEO o baron sa company, ilahang mga bata o mga rich kid lagi, ilang mga bata pas pilahon di po na into business. Kay kinsa pa man day laing musunod silang business sa company, di ba? Mas tindot og ilahang family or generation to generation kaysa lain ang mosunod. So mo na siya Filipino value system in business. So we have here 10 values that are integrated in business practices. So first is pakikisama or fellowship. So it is used to maintain good relations with others and is associated with adaptations, dealings, and harmony. So ano makita na to atong pagka FC, charot, feeling close. So dili lang dahil sa business, no? Pakikisama means ang pakikisama is and prefix paki and literally means to accompany someone. So, malagyan na siya. Muhang dasigon, mag-uban mo, that is a fellowship. So, in business practices, the proprietor or ang gustong mag-business must establish pakikisama to their employees, suppliers, customers because it implies closeness, modyong abi-abihon og taman to the others that would create a sustainable growth relationship. So pakikisama for sure is very familiar thing to all of us, but be it there sa family, in our school, no? Or bisan kinsa nga atong makasalamuha. So it is one of the most important value in business. Makisama jud ta sa atong mga kauban, sa mga empleyado, bisan gani no sa mga guard sa school, sa mga utility maintenance. We need to maintain good relationships with them as a whole if mag-business ta. Kaya katong naay business diha nga na dapat buhaton pakikisama. Next is hospitality. This is I mean hospitality or being hospitable is a relationship between a guest and a host wherein the host receives the guest with goodwill, including the reception and entertainment of guests, visitors, and strangers. No, diba? Especially, di lang din sa business, bisan maganing mag-festa, no? So, entrepreneurs should master on how to treat and provide excellent services on welcoming ato ang mga customers to create a good reputation and relationships since hospitality plays the fundamental role or essential role to increase ang ato ang halin ato ang popularity sa business and of course the production growth in business. So we are known no Boholanos for being hospitable. Maski Mo lagi to akong gingon fiesta, paggawas tanan, mga kutsara, plato, tinidor, mangutang, bisag dili ka ila hala pasudlon kay pakanon gyud. So this is very value is very positive kung mag-business. Gamit kaayo ni siya sa sa mga resorts, sa mga hotels, no. If the customers felt that they are treated with utmost hospitality, like feeling nila ang atmosphere is at home, mubalik yun na sila. So, nga na ang strategy nila po sa ubang mga business. So, the third one is family orientation. So, family orientation is a primary platform for which one encounters early socialization experiences since naman dyan sa family mag-start ang tanan, our first socialization, first natong teachers na sa tong parents. Most of the successful entrepreneurs acquired and gained this ample knowledge in dealing with their business from their family. I hope no we are family oriented man tang tanan. So family also refers which a person is raised. So ato ta nagdako, ato ta gipadako. So do you have questions sa family orientation kay murag family oriented jud tag tanan ana no? And then mo na if we are family oriented if atong mo to kung gingon ganiha if imong parents kay ganahan pud og business from the very start that most business jud ay runs in the blood depending on our family orientation but mostly kung business minded ang parents mo to maabot gyud na hangtod sa imong anak hangtod sa imong mga apo diba charot apo so this is also a great value because just looking at the positive side you can trust anyone to run your business than your family so ikaapat is joy and humor. Joy and humor is an entrepreneur operates business to find joy and happiness in his or her family, his or her life. Filipino values always find reason to feel joy and has a sense of humor to establish camaraderie to others. So, murag edge pod na og ganahan ka mag-business unya na kay sense of humor unya you are approachable ba og naong di ba ka muguton di ba kay murag wa jud koy ganahang mo invest nimo where investor nga mo duol kay mahadlok na lang. So siguro we'll be asking unsa may kalabutan ani nga value to business. But accordingly, um, ang business operates and grow not only by means of profit and management. An entrepreneur operates business to find joy and happiness in his life, helping people or by promoting employment and providing quality product and services to create to their clients maghimo sila og joyful feeling. So masatisfy ang ato ang mga client or atong mga customer. Next is ability to survive. So a Filipino has a sense of resourcefulness or the ability to survive with whatever situation or challenges may have. They have an extraordinary ability to create something out of most nothing. So being innovative, no? Innovative kaayo ang mga Pinoy. So indeed, Filipinos are madiskarte and resilient. In business, if it is needed to promote and increase the volume of sales, no, daghan kayo mga marketing strategies nga pwedeng buhaton and ideas to perform and create a product in order for the business to survive. Especially karon, we can easily promote na through social media. Yeah, so that is ability to survive. Next is hard work or being hardworking and industrious or industriousness. So we will have 10 positive values aning in business and we'll talk the Filipino values which are considered a threat in business. So money ito pa ng pag-isgutan later. So Filipinos are determined and persistent to accomplish whatever they have set in their minds. So in business, hardworking and industrious play a vital role to establish and develop progress. So this is self-explanatory. Ganahan gyud tag mga taong pugihan. Dili lang siguro sa business but also ato ang sa field sa teacher no nga lahi gyud ang mga teachers nga pugihan. Pero I hope tanan man siguro kung teachers pugihan no nagmaestra galing ka. So bisag asa sa family, sa trabaho, so we just hope and pray that Filipinos are still have these values up to this day. Nagya po ning pagka hardworking, pagka industrious sayo moabot sa school, hardworking, on time mo pasa og mga buluhaton. Char. Am I talking to myself? Mag-masters, magpasa ba tag magpasa ra ba tag mga insights kanunay. So kay sometimes no daghan tag madungog especially sa Facebook nga daghan na kayo mga reklamador, even students, reklamador na kaayo. Niya ang teachers dayon mo oy bungatan. So again, I'm positive that Filipinos are still hardworking and industrious. So kudos to that mga persons sigapon. Next is flexibility, adaptability, and creativity. So a Filipino has the ability to adapt. Adapt is mo adjust or mo pa iangay. Adapt musagop, in other words, dali makasunod. And then adept is hanas or lihiro, oh, 'di ba? In any changes and challenges in life, either in spiritual, social, emotional, and physical aspect. So in business, connection sa business, unplanned and anticipated events in market would not disturb the flexibility and adaptability values of Filipino entrepreneurs. So they could easily produce creative strategy, techniques, and style to adjust to challenges and compete with others. So no doubt, we are Filipinos. Kung asa ta mabutang, dali na ta maka-adjust, dali na ta maka-blend in. Mura ta og kuan. So na lastik ko ma-adjust. And with whatever challenge in business, for sure, we could find ways. Maski sa pandemic, no, we have proven that Filipinos are flexible and creative. So, sa business, no, daghang mga online sellers, online business nga improve or na-develop or nasikat tungod sa ilahang negosyo. So, usa na ka mga strategies like sa education also, ang pandemic wala jud nakapastop sa ato ang learning system. So nag-module ta no, nag-EDM ta. So also daghan kaayo ron mga vloggers, mga live streaming, that is also their business kanang mga vloggers bitaw ginaginahin mo po ng business kay mag-vlog na iswildo nya na po na sila tax nya ila pud nang gina-promote. So that's also business. Especially katong sa pandemic katong barter. Oh yeah, that's business. Barter sa kwartaw sa ilahang mga ang tinda. PMS na kay dayon, no? So let us have the seven values. So utang na loob. It shows duties and responsibility to pay the debts or utang and return it with inner self-will or naloob. The unsolicited gift or good treatment received from other people. So sometimes it is an obligation to appropriately repay the good deeds which value is impossible to quantify ang utang na loob. Tinuod bitaw pud usahay no kani bitaw utang kabubuton. It is para ninyo unsa kana siya either positive or negative pa pud ang utang na kabubuton o utang na loob. Though it's positive in nature kay mutabang muhatag tain our free will, walang kapalit kumbaga. Pero sahay atong nautangan og kabubuton kay moabot ang panahon nga magpadungog-dungog na nga why utang kabubuton makapangutana ta ba nga kamusta day jud tamang utang kabubuton for lifetime ba di ay nung lisod na kaayo iabot asa tatama na ni charot ito move on na ta kay or based on experience ang utang kabubuton I know murag na ay makarelate anang utang kabubuton but nevertheless utang na loob in business is helpful kay tinuod baya ng mga sayings nga the more you give, of course, no, the more you receive. samot ng mga tao nga nakatabang nato, and the more we will bless 1,000-fold. So nga na lang in positive way ang utang na loob. But sometimes lagi mo na siyang negative po sa hayang utang na loob. So next is filial piety, to show respect, love and care, support to the elders, parents, relatives, and ancestors. Grabe, ang feel ko sa ancestors. It upholds the affection and display courtesy to the family that more cases are likely working together in one company. Filial is anak, right? And piety is pagka-Diyos nun. So, sakto ba? Meaning, o gatong emerge, anak nga Diyos no? Maintaining good works, showing good deeds, to respect and honor parents and elders. Very biblical no, nasa tong fourth commandment. O sa ganito, honor thy mother and thy father, for amazing things will become in our way. So, i-honor na to, dapat sila. So, muna, in business, ang kaning filial piety, because of ang parents i-take good care sa ilahang siblings or sa ilang anak, manausahay ang ang mga anak bisag dili into business, mapugos pod sila og business for the sake of sorry for bastion, for the sake nga masalba ang ilahang business or ang ilahang company. Yes, that's it. So the last one is suki. Oh, it shows loyalty and trust relationship between a customer and supplier. It usually established or at the market or business. So if a buyer finds or if kita makakita ta og trusted seller that offers quality product nga atong panginahanglan, the loyalty and commercial connection nato will or can be established to the seller and made several business transactions mo nang tawgo na ta nila og suki. Pwede ta mo kanta og pasok mga suki. Version Divisoria bitaw. Mo na kasagaran na agid na diha sa Divisoria mga suki-suki. So mo nang as much as possible, we will satisfy our customers aron mubalik sila and eventually mahimo na nato silang mga suki. Dapat magbalik-balik di pares niya nga wala ni balik. So mo to siya, those were the 10 values that are integrated in business practices. So flipping the coin, okay, naay mga values that are integrated in business, of course, let us be oriented with the other side. The values that are avoided and should be avoided in business. So we have here, bahala na, manyana, ningas pugon, amor propio, and padrino. So let's first have the bahala na. It shows letting things be under control. It shows an attitude of a person that is willing to submit everything to God or leaving things to happen by faith. Dili lang pud sa business but also mag-exam. Bahala na si Batman. Nanya di ay wala nagtuon. So mo na siya no. Should be avoided ni nga characteristics pud or values as a Filipino, especially og mag-business ta. Though positive in nature, offering and letting good. God take care of everything. But kung sige na tag-ampo niya, way gibuhat, useless, no? Wala gyapon mahitabo, right? God cannot help us if we are not open and willing to be helped. And that is to work, to move forward. So instead of letting things beyond our control, mamahala na lang ta mo na, bahala na. We will look at the other side. We will say, bahala na, as means of showing courage and perseverance. Abi nato kaya nato. Mamahala ta, mo take risk ta. Ito no, usahay mo bitaw to daghan na nga scam sa paluwagan. Okay. Mo take risk bisag wala nag-search, wala way gibuhat, basta kay bahala na. So, mo tong ending, scam tang tanan ani. What na scam? Next is mañana or the mañana habit. It comes from the Spanish word mañana, which literally means tomorrow or unspecified future time. Like ni siya sa buhon ha. In business, the attitude that they tends that naghanag technical error, sorry. In business, the attitude that tends to delay the task putting up tomorrow what they can do for today. Diba? Dahil say nga, ganong ugma pa man kung kaya nimong buhaton karon. So, mo na siya kasagaran po natong madungog. Like, mamaya na or mamaya na. Charot, Bisaya kaayo. It's very familiar line samot na sa mga taong tapuan. Sige na tag-unya-unya. Am I talking to myself? Ito. Ito usahay no na agad tayo gani mga darkest times na to nga unya na. Oh, mamaya na. Unya na ko mag-business kung naan ako'y puhunan. Unya na ko mag-business kung mahuman nag-anak. O na ko man ako anak basi mag-business ako ani. We tend to delay things because we are waiting for something, for that big thing. Yeah, di ay moabot so disappointed na pud ta. So pero usahay kung sige na taghuwat, sige na tag-unya-unya, mohurot na ang atong panahon nya quotation we died pobre gihapon ingon ra ba sila nga it's a sin nga matay tang pobre gihapon kung gipanganak tang pobre there's nothing wrong with it with that pero kung mamatay kuno tang pobre gihapon mo na gingon nga maybe we have wasted our life nga sige unya-unya diri sa kalibutan mo na siya so di day ta mamahala ani no go dai gyud gihapon ta nya maning kamot ta pray hard work perseverance para makamit na to ato ang future gusto nga business puhon. Next is ningas pugod or flame blaze kanini nindot ni combustion. So this Filipino value or one of the worst values that we Filipinos have in which we tend to show enthusiasm over a project or activity in the beginning, then lose interest over a period of time. Grabe. So, let me have a hugot for this. Tinuod nga lisod yun ang pagsugod, especially in business. Pero mas lisod jud ang paglahutay kay saan maganig akong igsuon karon nang apply magaling og IBEX unya wa ganing na hire ha. Na discourage na dayon. Di na ganahan mga apply kay basin kuno di gyud kuno para iyaha. So mo na kinahanglan gihapon natong i-encourage mo na lisod ang paglahutay ang ato ang commitment ang atong dedication into something nga gusto natong maabot. So for me also, ningas pugon is one of the worst, if not the worst Filipino value and should be avoided should in business. Kanang maayo ra bitaw sa kinaunhan, relate much, caring kaayo, loving, char with efforts, with flowers, chocolates, lahi na ron. Bitaw pero at tagpila ka buwan, wa na, gikapoy na, ghost na. Charot nagpadungog-dungog. May ganing wa ko ghost ni Paan Sir Carlo Pedocci. Shout out bitaw. Walang nagkaanak na. Bitaw, other paan kidding aside lang to siya guys. Bitaw ningas kugon is like siga sa kugon. No, ningas kugon. Kailan ba tag kugon? If nakakita ta nga magdaob sa kugon, grabing kusuga inagsugod, no? Buto-buto, burot, buto, ga, aso-aso, ga, ulbo-ulbo ang kadyo, kayo di ay. Pero after pila ka seconds, wala na. So, ingon ana sa di ay tausahay, maayo ra sinugdanan, pero dili nakapadayon. So, if in case we are like that, we cannot assure jud nga mo-improve atong business. So, even in our lives, even on our career, so dapat gyud ay i-maintain nato the 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 fire burning inside nato nataana. Dili ta dapat tingas. Right? Okay, next is amor propio. It is a Spanish word means self-love, a sense of self-esteem or self-respect that prevents a person from swallowing his or her pride and concern for one's reputation. So this trait is very unethical. Kung ano siya, being narcissism. Nga na siya. So unprofessional and should be avoided in business. Kaya moabot ang panahon nga kanabang manglimbong na ta mamakak na ta sa ubang tao, muna siya amor proprio, para lang sa atong kaugalingong benefit. So, being narcissism is a big no-no. So, that is amor proprio. And lastly, we have padrino. Padrino o communal system. Yan na. It supports with a strong relationship of people, most of the job seekers automatically hired regardless of their qualifications or educational backgrounds. Like, nakuan lang through ilahang political connections or family affiliations or mga friendships or bisag sa DepEd na ani connections bitaw wa oy eraser. Joke ra to. So I know this is very familiar to us, I suppose. This is a very sad reality. Bitaw tinuod ni exist ni siya, especially in workplace nga just because na ay backer or pag umangkon anak sa mayor, paryente bitaw mayor, paryente or unsa pa man na diha, amigo sa iyang amiga, no? Igsuon sa iyang uyab, pag umangkon og mga dagkong tae, joke ta. Or even mga iyahang papikas baron nga na. So maoy pasudlon sa trabaho bisan na apay deserving sa maong posisyon. Ang connection, backer, maoy pasudlon. In business also, we tend to hire unskilled workers. Tungod lang kay related mo, kumbaga, example na siya. Ang mahitabo, maoy di ay makaangin nga mabankrupt, dili mo develop ang isa ka business tungod kay dili siya competitive or kiriwan da siya, so siya nakapabankrupt kay gidagan ang kwarta. So kidding aside also, basta mo to siya, if in case we are going to run a business, we must base it with qualifications no mga merit, not with connections. Kay mo bitaw ng usahay, ma-disappoint na lang ang nang-apply imbis kay siya number 1, ngano ang number 10 gikuha. Diba? Questionably kaayo. So I guess that's it. Sorry kaayo, murag na na ay personalan na ay pero joke na tutan. So those were the 10 values that should be integrated in business, and these are the 5 values that should be avoided in business. So I have here to wrap up to as summarize. I have here thought to ponder. May the depth May the deepest spiritual values of the Filipino people continue to find expression in your efforts to provide your fellow citizens with an integral human development. In this way, each person will be able to fulfill his or her potential and thus contribute wisely and well to the future of this country. It is by Pope Francis. So that's it. Here are my references. And for my question in this topic, if you are an entrepreneur or planning to open a business, what Filipino value you want to apply and value you want to avoid and why? So thank you so much for your attention. Once again, this has been Rina V. Bernas. Bernas pa akong gigamit. Thank you, ma'am, and to my co-masterants. Asa naman?